Today in crypto. Several prominent analysts say Ether, ETH, is on the cusp of a major bull run despite already gaining nearly 65% in 2021. Ethereum has seen explosive growth in decentralized finance and other areas, causing user activity on the blockchain to surge.Raoul, CEO of Real Vision Group, pinpointed the technical structure of ETH's price. He emphasized that the structure is strikingly similar to Bitcoin, BTC, in 2016, which means a prolonged bull rally could emerge. Continue reading on Cointelegraph. The total cryptocurrency market capitalization, a major bellwether for the overall health of the digital asset class, broke $1 trillion for the first time ever at 1900 hours ET on Tuesday, January 6. Bitcoin briefly topped $37,000 around the same time, marking a new record high. Measured by market cap, the crypto asset class has virtually doubled over the past month as Bitcoin, BTC, broke out to new all-time highs and Ether, ETH, cleared $1,100 for the first time in 3 years. Combined, both assets account for roughly 2/3 of the overall market. Continue reading on Cointelegraph. When the Securities and Exchange Commission gave its blessing to social media platform Imbu to launch of Coin, it was a major leap forward for acceptable scope of crypto applications. The implications for what sorts of projects the SEC considers a security are, in and of themselves, huge. But part of the appeal of Coin to the SEC is that, with its stable price and clear use case, Imbu has managed to demonstrate to the Commission that the token is a means of making the platform a more lifelike digital world that is more fun to hang out in. We have the economy centralized and contained, global use inside the snow globe, and where KYC will factor in conservative partnerships for cautious regulators. Continue reading on Cointelegraph. Following yesterday's chaos on Capitol Hill, the social media giant has blocked President Trump on the grounds that the likely intent and result of his posts is the incitement of violence. On Thursday, Mark Zuckerberg took to Facebook to announce the end of Trump's reign, on the platform anyway. Yesterday's rally on Capitol Hill in Washington, D.C. turned into a storm of the Capitol itself by Trump supporters following a speech in which the president said we will never concede. In his post this morning, Zuckerberg noted that Trump had used his platform on Facebook extensively for campaigning, often delving into disinformation and conspiracy theories, especially since the November election. Following yesterday's violence, Zuckerberg said that the current context is now fundamentally different, involving use of our platform to incite violent insurrection against a democratically elected government. The speech that preceded the mob's charge on the congressional chambers yesterday saw Trump taking potshots and claiming that big tech companies rigged an election. Trump also identified the media as the single biggest problem we have, as far as I'm concerned. Ironically, Trump has often depended on big tech platforms like Facebook and, most notably, Twitter to circumvent media outlets, which are rife with what he would identify as censorship, but what is actually the basic journalistic process of fact-checking. Twitter yesterday took down several of Trump's tweets as violence in Washington escalated and ultimately locked his account, but only for 12 hours. Despite that lock ending several hours ago, his timeline remains inactive. Congress has called the CEOs of both Facebook and Twitter to appear before them with rapidly increasing frequency over the last year due to the outsized role that such platforms play in national debate. Democrats have accused the platforms of circulating misinformation, while Republicans say they censor Republicans. Hearings on the Friday before the election saw Republicans of the Senate Commerce Committee attempt to browbeat Zuckerberg and Twitter's Jack Dorsey into backing down from pulling Trump's posts. Many in the committee joined a chorus of attacks on Section 230, a widely misunderstood part of the Communications Decency Act that exempts websites that host user-generated content from full legal liability for that content. Though content moderation standards remain a requirement. It was indeed with the hope of repealing Section 230 that Trump vetoed the National Defense Authorization Act 2 weeks ago. Congress overrode that veto, however, a first under Trump's presidency. Following Congress' return to session last night, The bulk of Trump's base of allies was cowed. Even Kelly Loeffler, who just that morning had lost a runoff Senate race in Georgia that she had largely based on her idolization of Trump, backed down from earlier promises to challenge the results in the style of the president. Ultimately, Facebook's sudden U-turn on Trump may be more pragmatic than idealistic. The firm may have noticed that, following those elections in Georgia, Democrats will control the House, Senate, and White House, bodies that will likely continue calling Facebook to account. Facebook's stock was trading at $268.76 at the time of publication, barely moving since Zuckerberg's announcement earlier this morning. Another major milestone is toppled as Bitcoin price surpasses $40,000 in just the first week of 2021. Bitcoin, BTC, hit $40,000 on January 7 in the latest psychologically significant milestone for cryptocurrency bull. Data from Cointelegraph Markets and TradingView confirmed BTC/USD officially hitting dizzying new highs during trading on Thursday, bringing weekly gains to more than 40%. In just one of various achievements for Bitcoin this year, the largest cryptocurrency conquered bearish prognoses of a retraction after rising rapidly throughout the past 24 hours. As Cointelegraph reported, Bitcoin's NVT ratio led signals suggesting that the bull run was far from over, and likely only beginning. According to Cointelegraph Markets analyst Mikhail Vandapapa, less than a month after Bitcoin broke through $20,000, its price has doubled to $40,000. It's now hard for anyone to deny we are seeing the maturation of a whole new asset class. This could be the broadband moment for cryptocurrency, where every company and individual needs to think seriously about how they engage and interact with cryptocurrency, added Sui Chung, CEO of CF Benchmarks, which is the FCA-regulated indices provider used by CME. Barry Silbert, who until today was CEO of asset manager Grayscale, summarized. News of Bitcoin's successes meanwhile radiated beyond cryptocurrency circles, making it onto the radar of finance figures including Holger Spitz, a popular financial commentator and regular contributor to German news publication Die Welt. Matti Greenspan of Quantum Economics suggested that, on the other hand, David Lipschitz, CIO of asset management firm Exo Alpha, added a note of caution. Bitcoin, he argued, was rising too quickly, invoking memories of the dot-com boom. What is concerning is not the fact that BTC is going higher, it's its velocity, the speed at which it goes. That is worrisome. Definitely in bubble territory, but history has shown that markets can remain irrational longer than you can stay solvent, he told Cointelegraph in private comments. Year to date, BTC/USD has delivered returns beaten only by certain altcoins. Currently, Ether, ETH, is up 62% for the year and Stellar, XLM, has rallied 150%. As a result, Bitcoin's dominance index has slid below 70%. In Ether's case, all-time highs remain right around the corner and some analysts estimate that the top altcoin could rally as high as $2,600 in the short term. Hit the like button and subscribe to the channel.